Hello and welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about, do you hear the own excuses you have?
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hey, welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about, do you hear your own excuses and the things that you use and what your kids hear about themselves? And they learn these things from you. So I'm going to tell you what's prompting this. Again, in the PTA, I run a dad's program at my son's school. And as the fathers, I start engaging them at meet and greet and open house, which is, just a few days away from here. I'm always amazed. It's like I should just put a recorder, like, hit the excuse button right here, Dad, and it'll be yours. And I'll say, hey, we have a great program here at the school. It's called FBI Dads, Fathers Being Involved. And one of the things that we do here at the Dads program is we get 3 times a year 60 plus fathers to go into the 60 plus classrooms and read a book. It takes 15 minutes of your time in the morning, and the kids absolutely love it. And we do it as school starts, and you're out of here before 8:15. So most dads, you get to work by 9. This is a great opportunity for you to take a few moments of your day before you go to work and your kids are off to school, for you to really have an impact in their lives. In addition to that, on those reader days, if you get here super early, you could have breakfast with your kids with an interactive presentation where you really learn a lesson around words such as sportsmanship or integrity or honesty or thankfulness are some of the topics that we go through. We'll focus on one word. We do this 6 times a year, and they coincide with those same 3 reader days. So it's a great opportunity, dads, for you to take 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe even 6, up to 6 mornings throughout the entire school year, where you can have a positive impact in your kids' lives. And the excuses start to flow. Hey, man, that sounds great, but I work. To which I just simply reply, I work too. And then they'll be like, yeah, but you don't understand. No, I do. Now, here's the challenge. What's more important as a parent? And moms, I probably have more moms that listen to this podcast than dads, and that's fine. What's the impact on your child when you say that work, the almighty dollar, is more important than them? What are you teaching your children later on in life when they become teenagers and they want to go get a job, and you're like, you can't be working till midnight? And I'm like, yeah, but Dad, you always work till midnight. Yeah, but I had to support a family. Well, one day, Dad, I'll have to support a family. What does it say when you're saying that your work is more important than them? Because I'll tell you, the kids love this program. The kids are fascinated and ecstatic and full of joy and ready to go off to school that day when the dads come into the campus and spend time. Because it says to them, wow, for once, or on this day, I'm more important than work. And I know that Dad loves me through his words, hopefully, dads, and also through his actions, because we don't have a lot of these dads' breakfasts each year. There's 6 of them out of 180 possible school days, which is nothing. So we're just asking for that. But the excuses flow. And oftentimes they're saying these excuses right in front of their child, in front of me. And I'm an asshole. Right? Because I call them out on their bullshit. And I very rarely curse on this, but dads, really? So I often say this: dads, let me ask you a simple question. Like, how do kids spell love? And they look at me like, oh, this is, dude, really? And they're like, Love. And I say, no, Time. All the kids want from you is time. And I'm offering you an opportunity in their place of work, because they know work's important. And essentially, your work's important to you, but their place of work, which is school, should be important to them. And when you're taking time out of your work to come to their place of work, and your time, that time that you're spending with them, equals love to them. So stop making excuses, Dad. Take a little time out of your day. I'm sure, and then I do this also, I'm sure that your priority, if your child was hit by a car, or if your child got sick, you could call in work and say, hey, my child's sick. Why do we have to wait until they're sick in order to spend time with them? Spend time with them, because that means love. Not when there's a catastrophe, not when they're sick, not when it's a must. Like, obviously, you're the only one who can handle that situation. Do it when it's not that. Show them love in your time before then. And stop making excuses. I don't know jack about parenting, but I know something about being a father. I know something about being a kid who had an absent father. And I know I felt empty inside because I didn't have that parent pouring time into me. So if you're present with your children, which I really suggest you are, or suggest you should be, and there's 40 powerful ways to learn how to become present with your kids in my book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had. I suggest you pick that up for free at my website, BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com/free book. If you're at a loss on how to do that, do some research. You could get my book, or you could just go Google it. The age of your kid, and what are creative ways to spend time with my 7-year-old. You Google it, there's going to be a lot of people who have written about it or made videos about it. I suggest you do some homework or some research, because your kids only want your time. And honestly, they're probably tired of hearing your excuses. We'll see you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.